Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Black Hat USA 2022. I'm Chuck Harold, SecurityGuideTV.com. Our next guest, Mr. Jeff McDaniel. He's the principal security engineer for AirGap.io. Mr. Jeff, welcome back, my friend.
Thank you very much for having us back.
Always like to talk to AirGap. You guys are always on the cutting edge of innovation. You have a new product out there now. It's called RED, Ransomware Early Detection. Now, of course, you're famous for the ransomware kill switch. So tell me how this works in conjunction with that. It's a little supplement to the kill switch?
Yes, absolutely. We have the ability, since we are the gateway for that we are ring fencing, we're building that flow data. So one of the things we're able to do, we've been able to do for a while, but we've had a couple of customers come to us, is ask us, since you have the flow data, it would be nice to look for anomalies or look for patterns that might show an indication of compromise in IOC. So that's what RED is. It's our ability to take that flow data that we're gathering and look for anomalies as well as look for threats. Think of it or WannaCry, something like that, and then be able to apply that. So the interesting aspect then is we're able to integrate that in with our ransomware kill switch, where we can actually quarantine that device or stop that traffic immediately.
Now, just so everybody's clear, RED ransomware kill switch has nothing to do with my crappy internet connection. So we have a little bit of a delay going on, but it has nothing to do with iGap.io. All right, now, zero-day exploits. Let's talk about that. They can't always be prevented because the software vulnerabilities are identified after the fact. I mean, we didn't know we couldn't identify it, right? But maybe you disagree with that statement. Do you think ransomware can be detected and responded to in a way that minimizes the impact on these security incidents? People are always saying, my security solution prevents. I think prevent is not going to be used anymore. It really mitigates the secret. What do you think?
Would totally agree with that. Key. When we use the term identify 0 day in real time, very difficult to do. I mean, for me, I'm an engineer. My background's networking. So time to me means down to the microsecond, right? That's not very realistic. A more realistic approach is to identify that and shut it down. Be generous and say 30 seconds, but even within a few minutes, we mitigate that risk. So the unique thing for us, or an interesting thing for us with RED, is we're not just looking at the customer. We're able to anonymize the data, and we're able to actually look across our customer platform. So if we see something that is anomalistic in another customer environment, maybe we work with the customer and this is actually something that shouldn't be allowed. We can apply what we've learned to other customer environments fairly quickly, right? So again, going back to your comment of mitigating, we're talking about, instead of mitigating something in days or weeks, we're talking not even in hours. We can be talking in.
Now, the ransomware kill switch, really has cut down on time to respond. It's, for lack of a better term, it's close to instant. I mean, as long as you identify the problem, push the button, you're closing off some of these propagation points. Just so I get this clear, does RED shorten that time even more? Is that kind of what it does to help the ransomware kill switch? How do those two work together?
So what the ransomware kill switch does, I'm going to use a loose term. Think of an automated incident response, right? So people with incident response, there's really two sides of the equation with an IR. One is, who do we contact, when do we contact, what do we say, how do we say it, and then what countermeasures do we have to take? Then the other 50% of response is, here are the things that we must stop the propagation of whatever. So the kill switch really is meant to be, again, a loose term, automated incident response plan. So maybe today, I want SMB laterally, I'll use as an example, in the user VLAN. So I want to allow SMB laterally, But if my EDR or the EDR that the customer is using senses or detects maybe that there's WannaCry or a malware that uses an SMB vulnerability, the kill switch can automate that to say anything the user VLAN, we want to block all lateral SMB traffic at this point. So then the kill where red comes in. So I'll use the term deterministic for the kill switch. Red though is simply looking at packet flow or that flow and trying to make a determination. Is there something malicious in that net flow that we see?
Good stuff, my friend. Jeff Daniel, Principal Security Engineer for iGap.io. Always good to speak with you, my friend, and come up with these great solutions. Good luck with that internet connection. Tell that proprietor over there they better increase that speed a little bit.
I apologize.
Not your fault. A typical
Thank
traveling
you very much.
Wi-Fi.
Have a great day.
You too, man. Good luck at Black Hat.
Yes.